and welcome to my YouTube video. My name's Elle and I'm going to be doing an about the artist video whilst I'm doing my self-portrait. So I'm just going to be telling you some facts to introduce myself to all of you guys. So here's my equipment. I use my Arches watercolour paper, which was hot pressed. My paintbrushes. I've got a pot for a jar for the water, pencils. That's my Winsor and Newton Watercolour palette and some colouring pencils. And that's all the equipment that I used on this piece. I got the idea to do this video from another artist called Chris Hong. She's phenomenally good. I'm going to include a link to her YouTube channel and her Instagram underneath my video. She's really great at colour and mixing her colours together and trying different experiments with colour. She's been using a lot of colouring pencils at the moment, and so if you're interested in just having a look at another artist, I would definitely recommend checking out her channel. I really enjoyed doing a self-portrait. I wasn't really sure what to expect, but actually it was a lot of fun, and I think hopefully people who know me will agree that this does resemble me in some way. I think it does. I had a couple of people who have said to me before, aren't you ever worried that you're gonna make a mistake? And the truth is, I make mistakes all the time. And you can definitely witness some of those in this video and how I amend them. The mouth changes several times. I was not happy with the positioning of it. But overall, in terms of color and things, I think it worked out pretty well. So if you're struggling with this pandemic and these really weird times and you're not sure what you want to do, maybe you've got some spare times, if you really want to chill, just have some fun with art, I would recommend doing a self-portrait. It's interesting and it tells you a couple of things about yourself. So I've never filmed myself painting before or drawing, and I found the experience frustrating and exciting in equal measure. It's actually really hard. I didn't appreciate how hard it was going to be. So I hope you'll be a bit forgiving. Towards the end of the video, I've got some banding issues, which is like wibbly wobbly lines on the screen. I tried to get rid of them. I really did. It wasn't happening. I tried plugins and all sorts. I've learned so much about video editing software over the past couple of weeks, but I couldn't get rid of them. It doesn't go on forever, but it is a little bit annoying. So I'm going to start and just go through some facts about myself to introduce myself. So firstly, I'm a self-taught artist. I never went to art school. I haven't studied animation or anything like that. I carried art up until A-level at school. And I really, really loved doing art at school, and it was a lot of fun, but it was really time consuming and also quite a lot of pressure. So I preferred just to do it as a hobby, so I stopped doing it after school. I actually trained, fact number 2, as an actor. Recently, the industry has suffered quite a lot with the current pandemic. All the theatres have been closed, and obviously that's not good for if you work in the theatre, so it's been a really hard time. I know it's been hard for a lot of people, but yeah, it's been difficult. So I've been turned to doing more painting recently, and I think that painting is really great. Painting and drawing, it just helps me mentally to calm down and de-stress. So if you're stressed, I would recommend picking up a paintbrush or a pencil. Fact number 3, I've flown a plane. There are a couple of people who will be terrified to learn that, but it's true. I think I was 16, and Piglet from Winnie the Pooh, there was a picture of him on the tail of the plane, which was quite distinctive. It was so much fun. I don't know if any of you have done it before, but it's a really incredible experience and I would recommend it. And actually, my instructor was quite pleased with how I did, so I'm not even a bad flyer, which was great. Fact number 4, I love books. I'm a bookworm. I'm a massive bookworm. which is why I wanted to include an element of that in this painting, because I think it's a really significant part of my character. So I've included my favourite book, which I'm actually was reading at the time of painting this. I'm actually on the other book now. The Harry Potter series are my favourite books. And if anyone's curious, I am a Ravenclaw. Fact number 5. I'm learning to speak Dutch. I live in the Netherlands and my boyfriend is Dutch. And I never thought when I was younger that I would spend so much of my 20s trying to make all these complicated noises with my throat. It's really hard. It's a very hard language. But I think I'm gradually getting there. When do you stop learning a language? Do you ever stop? You're always learning new things. So yeah, it's been really difficult, but it's getting better. I said recently to a colleague of mine that I was in a bit of a pickle. My Dutch friend, I was in a bit of a pickle and she did not understand what I meant. She ran off to the chefs who she works with and she asked them what a pickle was, and they told her, and she got very confused that she thought I was in a pickle and didn't know what to make of it. So it's been fun kind of going back and forth over some Dutch lines and some English lines and playing around. Fact number 6, I cannot stress this enough, hate needles. Nope, nah. I really wish my boyfriend, he's gonna go and give blood. And I think that's such an honourable thing to do, but I can't stand the idea of needles. I would just be too stressful for the nurses to handle. My mum is a nurse. She knows. She'd be like, yep, nah. I just don't like them. I don't like beaches. I'm sure that's a popular opinion. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of sand in my food and between my toes and on my hands. And then I don't like sitting in the sun for a really long time, and it sounds all idyllic and romantic, and then you just start to get all sweaty and gross and too hot. And then when I'm in the sea, I get really kind of conscious about what's underneath my feet. I just prefer the forest. I'm so much more at home in forested areas than I am on the beach. I'm not even a fan of the smell of sea. Like, people go on when they go to the coast, it smells great and I love the ocean. And I think maybe part of it is I get seasick as well. There you go, that's the key, I get seasick. Number 8, people who have lived with me will definitely know this. I like to eat raw pasta. I don't know why, I just enjoy it. Okay, look, you know when you're bored and you want to snack on something, I'm really aware that I shouldn't be snacking all the time on biscuits and sugary things, and I try not to. I just ended up munching on pasta. I don't do it excessively, so don't worry about my health. But yeah, I think people don't like the noise that I make when I crunch on the pasta. I think that's what bothers people. Fact number 9, I've been on an expedition to Venezuela. If you don't know where that is, Venezuela is in South America, next to Colombia. And I'm so glad I did. The expedition was led by a company called World Challenge in collaboration with our school. And I got to go with a lot of my best friends, and it was so much fun. And I wouldn't have gone to Venezuela, I don't think, in other circumstances. So I'm really glad I got to experience that culture and see things I wouldn't have seen otherwise. I got to go to Angel Falls, and it was just incredible, and I had so much fun while we were there, and it was a really worthwhile experience. And the last fact about me is my favourite movies are the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I am a massive Lord of the Rings nerd. I'm not even ashamed. I have the Even Star, and I have the ring. I think the films are just a perfect blend of costumes and makeup and music and storytelling and fighting and all sorts of things. I just think it's so well put together. And you know what? That is why they were nominated for so many Oscars, because they're pure joy. So those are several facts about me. Hopefully you think you know me a bit better now. I've been doing bits and bobs using the colouring pencils on this picture. I find colouring pencils just give a little bit more texture when I'm using watercolour, and I can just use it to tidy up those lines. So that's why I tend to do it. I'm going to be doing more videos about things like that, elements of tutorials, and also hopefully things that you guys at home can join in on. If you want to do some art and you want to chill, I want to be able to do things that you can do at home as well. So hopefully I'll be doing that. Please leave a comment below about the kind of videos that maybe you would like to see. If there's something in particular that you're interested in, let me know and it could crop up. But please, please, please do subscribe to my video, because that would be great. And that would be really important. I've included a link to my Instagram in the bio bit, the weird thing underneath this video. The description bit, is that right? I don't know. I've included, a link to my Instagram, so if you want to check out other pictures that I've done, you can find them all on there. I obviously can't post videos of everything because it would take forever. You've no idea how long just doing this one video has taken me. So if you do want to see what else I'm doing, you're gonna have to look on Instagram. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I've rambled on for long enough now. Thanks again for spending your time with me, and I hope to see you again on the next video. See you next time. Where did all this crap come from?